9 in the first round, the heats of the Ledger.
Now trap 5 is going to be Claire's Carlton, looking to give June Harvey a big double on the night after Clash's success earlier. This greyhound was so impressive. Remember that race at Hove back on Sussex Cup night in August. Not quite so good since then, but does stay a bit further. Good run there last time behind Carlo Turbo. Claire's Carlton in 5. Good form in 9 and 2.
And we always said, of course, that Sir Claire's Carlton did have plenty of six-bend speed. Led up by Steve Lappage is Kulavani Bear, trained by Vicky Lee. And, of course, very, very good on the bunny, Kulavani Bear, formerly trained by Carol Weatherall. Spent a time there, now back with Vicky and looking to dominate on the outer.
Yep, 6-1 shots at Kulavani Bear. I thought Gilo Monti might bounce back tonight for Judo Racing and Nick Brereton. Let's go and find out what Dave Clark thinks and also what's happening in the ring.
Cheers, Enzo. Pretty quiet here down in the ring. A lot of the firms taking bits and pieces for Barricane Tommy, but talking to the guys in the offices, they're happy to take that one on. So it was double-figure prices, you can see. And Nevis 7-1 poke in the ring, but the firm's happy to take it. Let's grab a word with Richard. Richard, a punter struck back with that one there, F-Aim Party on the inside.
Yeah.
How we doing? Is there any dough in there?
Yeah, it's a good dog, it's a F-Aim Party, good dog. I don't mind losing on that one. Very bad dog.
You boys never want to lose. What's going to win this one?
Hopefully not the 3. Well, I can't give 2 away. Can't give 2 away.
Friendless is Swift Hansel.
Yeah, it's strange. He's normally a well-backed greyhound, isn't he, Swift Hansel, but not tonight for whatever reason. I thought that Gilo Monti might be the one. He's had a hard year, though, isn't he, Swift Hansel? On the go for a long time. He got to that 3 steps final up at Sheffield. I think he won a race on Bresmed's Northern Sprint final night after that.
Yeah,
busy campaign.
He was picked up by Cloran Paddy off the last bend in the Grand Prix final as well, Swift Hansel. He got into a little bit of bother, I thought, in the second round of the Ledger behind Kepler 9. I think Russelina Reggie was involved as well. Never really got away. And I think you're back in the 2 today. It's over that, it's a shorter 6-bend trip. It should really play to his strengths, but importantly, he's got to get away. Now, Gilo Monti in trap 3 is not the sort of dog you could get away from, you would imagine, because he's got plenty of 4-bend speed. The 2 and the 3, this could be one for the purists. Could be a fantastic buckle between 2 very, very fast 6-benders if they get that clear run into the bend.
Yes, all about getting a clear run, isn't it? 2 and 3, both want to be up there early. I would imagine, although Gilo Monti can come from off the pace. He's got that awesome gear change. Let's hope they all get a nice clear run, and the best greyhound wins. Let's go to Errol for commentary.
Yeah, and it's not all about Swift Hansel and Gilo Monti leading, because Sawpit Sunshine showed a lot of pace when leading Kepler 9 for a long way in the first round heats of the St. Ledger. So watch out for that, drawn on the inside as well. So they're all in for our open over 660 metres. It's the William Hill. Follow us on Twitter, Stayers Division 1. A shorter run to the bend here, 660 metres. And the hare's spinning round. And there they go, and then 2 came away fast. Swift Hansel leads up early, then from 4, Barricane Tommy. After these comes 6, who's going a little bit wide there, Kulavani Bear. Break back to 3, Gilo Monti. Then after these comes 1, Sawpit Sunshine. And towards the rear is 5, Claire's Carlton. Coming around the bend, and Swift Hansel in front. Finding a little bit more now. Swift Hansel goes 2 lengths clear. Swift Hansel with the lead then over 4. Barricane Tommy giving chase and coming back for more as they come into the second last bend. Swift Hansel on its outside comes Barricane Tommy. After these comes the 6, Kulavani Bear. And on goes Barricane Tommy. Leading here off the final bend for Patrick Janssens. Barricane Tommy's going to win by a length and a half. Goes on to beat 2. Swift Hansel thinks 6 is going to get 3rd here. Kulavani Bear from 5. Claire's Carlton that was staying on late. Well, 7-1, but Dave Clark reported there'd been some money in the offices today for Barricane Tommy. Winning for Patrick Janssen, started well, lay handy, and was able to pounce when Swift Hansel backpedaled off the final bend. Barricane Tommy makes it win number 5 from 15 starts. And this is how he won over 660 metres. You can see he trapped far better than probably I expected. I thought the pace was going to be between 1, 2 and 3, but you can see that Swift Hansel did everything right, despite running a bit wide off that bend. But Barricane Tommy was hovering. Didn't get a great run there at the 3rd bend, was forced to check as Hansel came back in towards the rails. But off goes Tommy again to come down and chase down Swift Hansel. As they get into that penultimate turn, you can see there's just nothing between them. And in the end, Barricane Tommy was able to kick on off the final bend and kept on well Wasn't a lot between the whole field when they get across the line, but success to Barricane Tommy, and it sounds as though some decent bets landed in the offices today, lads.
Yeah, Barricane Tommy winning, Errol. You were right, it wasn't just about traps 2 and 3 at all, and the 4 has come home in front. I was disappointed with Gilo Monti. I thought he had an okay position early on, but didn't really appear to show anything on the final lap. 2 had every chance, and he really, Swift Hansel, showed plenty of early pace, got to the front, but the winner, who was a 10-to-1 shot, I think, in a place this morning, has won it.
He has, and you know, maybe he's a progressive six-benders. I think he's only had, what, 2 or 3 starts over at the true six-bend trip, Barricane Tommy, and certainly showed plenty of that 4-bend speed. Ran behind Droopy's Gold in a Kent Derby Trial Stakes. That's pretty good form as well. And as Clarkey says, there had been big support at big prices for Barricane Tommy. Has returned 7-to-1, has defeated Swift Hansel, who's the bridesmaid once again, but gave his level best to try to get away from them and couldn't do that in behind. As you say, Gilo Monti seemed to be close enough, if good enough, couldn't quite get there, as 2 and 4 really from the boxes had this between them, and you just felt that maybe Swift Hansel, with his big race experience, might just run the legs off of Barricane Tommy. To be fair to Patrick Jansen's and Evan Herbert's greyhound, he never gave in. He challenged there at the top turn. He lost out a couple of lengths there. The favourite, or one of the favourites here, Swift Hansel, now looking to dominate. But he came again, Barricane Tommy. He wasn't going to be denied. Claire's Carl Torn, you can see coming out the pack last at this position, but did stay on well, as you would expect an 8-bend greyhound to be doing so. But fair play to the winner.
Yeah, that was gutsy, wasn't it, by Barricane Tommy? As you say, lightly raced stayer. Son of the brilliant Ballymac Esky winning. Barricane Tommy for Evan Herbert and Patrick Jansen's, of course. No luck with Barricane Tiger in the Eclipse. He's owned some good dogs, hasn't he, Evan Herbert?
Absolutely he has. Of course, no luck with Roswell Romanoff as well. So I think, you know, this has been a bit of a tonic, I think. Cheryl Jansen's there collecting the presentation jacket from Paul Millward of bagsracing.com. And, of course, our floor manager here on Sky Sports. And they'll be delighted. And maybe just a little bit a pointer, perhaps, to the chances of Patrick's greyhound in the final. He's got Goldie's Hotspur running, of course, for Andy Pelly. Patrick Jansen's Goldie's Hotspur running out of trap 5 in the William Hill St Ledger, £25,000 to the winner. But we've got a pretty decent 4-bend race coming up. Julie's with Connections.
Well done to Barricane Tommy, winning at a big price. Some big prize winners popping in here. I'm joined by Patrick Jansen's. Congratulations, Patrick. So privileged I saw this dog as a young pup in your kennel. It's turned into a really nice dog. I guess it's fair to say that he had such a promising start to his career, both running at Toaster and Romford, but then it's kind of gone off the boil a bit. This was his 9th. Well, he hasn't won in 8 races, so he's put that right tonight.
Well, he broke 35 seconds at Romford over 5.75, and we always knew this was sort of more his distance, the proper 6 bends. But then he done a shoulder injury. We had to bring him back, and you know, things didn't go very smoothly really. And we run him in the Kent Derby really to get him fit. He was desperate not really to make the Kent Derby final. And then we thought we were going to go for the Ledger. We give him a trial, done a good time, but he was in a really hard heat, and then he flopped